Hello and welcome to Plan B, a podcast about all the latest news and updates related to citizenship by investment by CS Global Partners, a London headquartered legal government advisory and marketing firm. My name is Aisha Mohammed and I'm your host. Today we're officially kicking off the second season of Plan B. We really appreciate your support throughout our first season, and if you haven't listened to it yet, make sure you subscribe to our podcast on either Spotify or iTunes to stay up to date with the latest in CBI. You can also find all of our previous episodes on our website at www.csglobalpartners.com under the resources section. In our last season, we covered many topics, including the specifics of the CBI programs in Dominica and St Kitts and Nevis, their benefits they provide to applicants and nations, the CBI application process, and much more. This season, we will discuss subjects like CBI and passport indexes and the variety of real estate investment options available in the Caribbean. And we will interview representatives from CBI jurisdictions, real CBI applicants, and CBI industry experts. But first, some CBI highlights and updates from the last few days. In a press briefing recently, a Moldovan MP confirmed to reporters that the country's parliament has repealed the law on citizenship by investment. St Lucia also made changes to its dependent and post-citizenship additions, as well as giving applicants more time to make payment in exceptional circumstances, for example the COVID-19 pandemic. St Kitts and Nevis has hinted at a new temporary COVID-19 option for citizenship, with more details to come. So on today's episode, we have Mohit Lal, an Indian entrepreneur who's also a self-confessed citizen of the world, having participated in the St Kitts and Nevis Citizenship by Investment program. On our show today, Mohit will be speaking about his CBI journey and how a second citizenship has made a difference in his life. Welcome to Plan B, Mohit. How are you doing today?
Hi, Asha. I'm good. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you for joining us all the way from India. How are things going there, and how have you been spending your lockdown?
Yeah, the current situation in India is quite critical as COVID-19 cases are increasing every day, and have been spending this lockdown with my family, helping my partner in cooking and doing some sort of gardening.
Great, so let's get started. So Mohit, I understand that you were quite young when you attained your second citizenship from St Kitts and Nevis. In fact, you were only 27 and did not have your own family at the time. Most investors are usually a bit older. So what made you come to this decision, and specifically why St Kitts and Nevis?
Yes, I was only 27 when I attained my second citizenship of St. Kitts and Nevis under the CBI program. And as you said, I did not have any family that time. So most importantly, I chose St. Kitts and Nevis because of its shortest processing time to get the citizenship. Moreover, CBI program of St. Kitts and Nevis has been in existence for over 30 years. So I believe this is highly efficient and responsive. The unit has all seen numerous family scenarios, knows how to deal with each situation, and does it so quickly. The interesting thing of CBI of St. Kitts and Nevis was that we can expect an answer to their application in only 3 months, which is very quick if we get into comparison with other countries offering the similar program.
What have been the biggest benefits of holding a second citizenship from St Kitts and Nevis for you so far?
Well, so far there has been numerous business and personal benefits of obtaining the citizenship of St. Kitts and Nevis under the investment program. I get extensive visa-free travel options to visit over 150 countries, and this has been really helpful to my business. I no longer need to apply for a visa and wait for answer for the weeks. Now I can just simply go to many countries without worrying of a visa. And besides this, I think the ability to live in St. Kitts and Nevis and the ability to pass the citizenship down to the next generation is a massive benefit of the CBI program.
What option of the country's CBI program did you prefer to invest in, and why?
I obtained the citizenship through the Sugar Industry Diversification Fund, which is known as SIDF. This was the fund option that preceded the SGF, but the concept was similar. It was a direct contribution that would assist my new country and my new fellow citizens.
CBI in St Kitts and Nevis, like most Caribbean countries, does not require travel there. However, I understand that you've been to the islands. So what was your first impression of St Kitts and Nevis and its people upon your arrival there?
My first impression was quite well. People of St. Kitts and Nevis are really very welcoming to their new residents or visitors. I
Mm-hmm.
have been to several Caribbean islands, but the energy that I felt in St. Kitts and Nevis was nowhere else. There is always so much going around. St. Kitts and Nevis has both traditional and modern infrastructures. The experience has been great so far. Most importantly, I'm very fond of golf, and St. Kitts and Nevis has a big golf course. And I also can never forget the first sunset I saw in St. Kitts and Nevis.
So now you have a family, 2 kids. Was the process to get your partner and children's citizenship difficult, and how long did it take?
No, the process of getting the citizenship of my partner or my children was not a problem for me. It
Mm-hmm.
was not troublemaking. Uh, it was a straightforward process as St. Kitts and Nevis allows new family members to become citizens. Uh, a fees might apply, but this is not onerous.
Would you recommend the St Kitts and Nevis CBI program to others, even at a time like this when travel is limited for most?
A CBI, as you say, is a useful plan B. I am sure that right now many would rather be in St. Kitts and Nevis than any other country, with their strong health institutions and successful containment of the coronavirus than in several other countries. You never know what the future may bring, but it is certainly best to be as prepared as possible for all the eventualities.
Those are all our questions. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mohit. We appreciate all of your insight. This concludes our first episode of Season 2. If you have any topics you'd like for us to discuss on Plan B, let us know and we'll be happy to have an expert address your concerns. Next Wednesday, we'll be back with another insightful guest, Paul Singh, who will share with us his first-hand experience of the difference CBI is making in the Commonwealth of Dominica. Until then, if you have any questions about CBI or would like to find out more, please visit www.csglobalpartners.com. Thank you for listening and stay safe. Audio